Alright, so we're moving right along here. What makes this C cage, the first cage, what makes it easy is that everything is a familiar chord. D minor, E minor, and the E shaped F augmented fourth. Okay, that's kind of just, and when I say G7, we're still playing triads here. So the F is going to be this, not, and the G is going to be not. Okay, I'm just identifying which G. We're talking about the dominant G, we're talking about the Lydian fourth. And we have our familiar chords. So if you play these chords, if you play a C, a D minor, an E minor, and then an E-shaped F from that C, which you know F is the first fret, right? So here's an E minor. Okay, so that's an E-shaped, an E minor shaped E minor. Then you just add the third and take it up one fret to get to the fourth. Alright, and then to the fifth, and then to the A minor. Okay, and what do we have down here? Alright, down there, we're going to cover that. We're going to talk about that in the next chart, but this is the half diminished. Alright, and right now I haven't decided how I'm going to assign a shape to the half diminished, and these shapes are going to go along with caged. But just keep in mind that the half diminished is a double. It starts on the 7. So always remember one rule of thumb about the half diminished. Its tonic is the 7th, and it's going to be the 7th, the 2nd, and the 4th of whatever key you're in. So if we're in this box here, the C box, and we'll talk about this in the next chart here. In the C box, this is the C box now, getting to the half diminished. Okay, there's a better way to play it, but I would have to remove the capo. But then I'm going to have trouble making my shapes when I want to play the modal scale tone chords for you, which go like this. Okay, but what is this one? Let's do this one first. Remember, we're in the C box here. There's our root 3 root and our 5th right there, okay? This just says if I take a C pentatonic, an E pentatonic, an E-shaped F pentatonic. So it'd be 4 5 6 root 2 4 5 6 7 2 3 5. All right, that's what I just said it was, and a G-shaped G pentatonic. Okay, now the G pentatonic is 3 5. If I superimpose those all three, I'll get every one of these notes, because it's the 1, the 4, and the 5. If you superimpose the pentatonics of the 3 majors in any of the cage boxes, you should get the entire diatonic scale. Looking over here, adding a few notes, we might need another note another couple of frets. When we want to start a half diminished, we start from the 7th scale degree. So the key is C. We would be starting from the 7, which is on the 2nd string up, and then we do a minor third to the 2nd, and then another minor third to the 4th. All right. Now, if we want to play a B half diminished in the key of C, it would be something like 7 2. It looks like an arrowhead almost, like a 7. Anyway, we're gonna talk about that another time. This would be too low. This 4 to the 7 to this 4. All right, it would be 4 to 7 to this 4. That's a That's a half diminished. The thing is, it's going 4 to 7, okay, to 4. Oh, we left out the 2. Okay, 4 to 7 to 2. Right there. Alright, so that's kind of a hard chord. It's a hard chord to play. Okay, let's see, we got our 4. Oh wait, no, the 2 is back here. Yeah, it's kind of a tough chord to play. Alright. So you pick these scale notes out, you make a chord, but we all know how to play certain chords. So that's what's, we're going to talk about the half diminished probably a little bit more when I decide which shape I'm going to do that half diminished in these super big cages here. They're really big cages here. So the A shape here is really just this much of it. Okay, the A shape down here is really just this much, this much of the, whoop, we want to get rid of that little line there. Okay, the A shape here is really just this much of it. That's the A shape cage. The C shape cage is really just that much of it. The G shaped cage, believe it or not, we gotta add the 7 in, because we're not just doing pentatonics here. We want all the notes. This is your G scale, okay? D shaped, well, guess what? D shaped, we've got another big one. Another big one up here. Alright, so it's a 5 frets. And the E shaped one, so that would be root 2, 3. You do the pentatonic just to carve out that shape kind of thing. Alright, so the E shaped one is just like this. But when we want to look at, let's find a shape for each one of these diminished, half diminished chords. The Locrian pentatonic, okay, whoa, now we lost our, the Locrian pentatonic would be like 7R245. Oh boy. Whenever you want to get really exact about it, you got to go over to the bar there. 7R2, I mean, this is if you want to play it like this. There, really it's more appropriate to talk about a half diminished chord in terms of perhaps a triad and not a pentatonic, or adding the 7th. The 7th isn't part of the pentatonic. The C pentatonic scale does not include the 7th. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It does not include the 7th or the 4th. Okay, so we really don't give pentatonic scales strictly to minor keys, but we can, because if you take a C pentatonic, all right, and just flat the 3rd, you could say that's a C minor pentatonic. So if we take a, let's see, actually if you start and do a B major scale, and you take it down to a B minor, okay, and then you take it down to a B minor 7th, and then you flat the 5th, alright, then you've got a B half diminished there. But the original pentatonic was 1, 2, 3, let's see, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We had already flatted the 3rd, okay, so, and we flatted the, wow,